Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, so as you see, there are cards already here. If you aren't aware, I offered a part 2 to my most recent reading because the energy was just all consuming and I just had to stop it right there and then also allow God, Holy Spirit, Creator to minister to those of us that this resonated with to try to see what it was that we were supposed to understand at that point, at that moment, and then how we were to apply that, like what it really means individually to us, because it's a collective reading, right? So your situation may be different from their situation. So I just wanted to stop and pause. And I was like, okay, I have more cards here, but with this energy here, I was like, it'll be another stretch to have to go into a whole nother group of energy in regards to the situation. Anyway, so that's why I'm back again. We're going to be by request. We're going to jump into the additional energies here, but let me catch you up to speed just in case, this is your first time even viewing the channel. There's this Knight of Wands in the reverse that is obviously not taking no for an answer. They have their eyes set on you, collective, as someone who can help nurse them back to health. Now, where I left off was the directive something that we are supposed to follow as well as healers. So the idea is that they know that they need to specifically come to you. That's the title of the reading, to be healed. So are we to, turn this person down because they need healing just based off of how they mistreated and abused our help in the past? Or do we say, okay, let's let bygones be bygones, come over here, let me go ahead and heal you, and then go on your way? But I feel like, that's not going to be the end all be all. It's not that easy. Or somebody or both of you are not getting off that easy. There's something else here. This High Priestess energy is, when that came out, it was like, okay, pause, stop, reflect. And that's why I'm back here for part 2. So hopefully you've had some time, it's been about 18 hours maybe since the last reading to, open your heart and your mind and let, God minister to your heart, so you can kind of decipher what to do in your specific situation. But it's a no for me, dog, Not really. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what's here, because I have to recall the channeled energy had to do with conservatorship. So possibly this is someone in a very, very desperation sort of energy. I told you that with the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords together, and then them having like this, I'm hearing manic depression even right now, and them having this energy, but they've just been released from something that was holding them captive. That could be physical or it could be spiritual. But the fact that they're not healed and they need to come to you for healing, it's like, it's going to be hard to say no. I had the puppy dog in the window reference, or whatever that was, in the shop. You don't need a puppy. You're not this puppy's responsibility unless you want to purchase it and make the transaction. But for a lot of us, the transaction had already been done with. It was like it was done. Like, it's 10 years after the fact for some of us, 5 years even, maybe 20, 25 years. But it's like a done deal. So it's like, okay, yeah. Anyway, all right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your likes, your shares, your comments, and your support. Anyway, thank you for the super thanks. I'm seeing, those come in, so I appreciate that. However you want to exchange energies with me, if you're getting something out of it, just, I guess try to keep that in mind, that there has to be some sort of exchange here as well. I can't, be depleted. So I appreciate all of your considerations when it comes to donation. Okay. All right. Woo. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump over here. Conservatorship, right? I'm going to scoot this energy in particular. We've already gone over this, so I'm going to scoot this over here, but we'll still keep it in the frame so you can see. We'll make references back if we need to. All right, y'all, we're about to jump into the pentacles here because, if you notice, there were no pentacles excuse me, in this energy here. I'm so sorry, excuse me. There were no pentacles here. This had to do everything with cups and emotions, but healing was like at the forefront of this energy, right? Now we're going to get to the money. Let's see what this is about here. So this Seven of Pentacles shows about, investments. Clearly, plainly on the card, this is someone who has grown their harvest. Whatever this is, whatever the pentacles are, the value of what this is that they nourished, and now they're just proudly standing beside it, wanting everyone to see what they've accomplished. But at the same time, this can definitely be something that could wither away with the storms, with weathering outside. Like, you have to maintain crops. You have to, keep the plants and the vegetables and the whatever fruits. You have to keep them nourished, happy. So there is also a risk here of loss of investment, but it's upright, but not really. So I'm kind of thinking that this has to do with you're their last saving grace here. So now they're going off of comparing your goodness versus other people's badness, if I can say that. So they see that, their harvest was plentiful with you, right? Those investments made, they can still kind of rely on, oh yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. When I was with them, I had all of these opportunities kick in, and when I left them, the opportunities were still kind of blooming, blossoming because of the residual energy that you provided, because you probably were still in contact with them, because I'm still thinking this is somebody on a horse, this Knight of Cups. So they were in and out, right? They weren't really staying somewhere permanently, at least not with you. So I'm kind of considering now that, when they got away from you, like ultimately you shut the door on them. That's when their world fell apart. It was already in the making because you didn't arrive to this decision overnight to lock them out. This took some time for you because we're talking about cups here. So there was an emotional tie. It's hard to break those emotional ties, right? So the Seven of Pentacles is that investment to where they always think that you are some sort of bank, even to where they can come and make deposits, withdrawals here. Now we're leading to this 10 of Pentacles reverse right next to that. But if you're new here, when the cards come out on the side like this, they're semi in the reverse, but not really. I have to look at it as it's a to be determined energy here. So if we're going from the Seven of Pentacles over to this 10 of Pentacles, to me, it would seem like they're opposing one another just based on the position. One is facing one direction, one's facing another direction. Now this 10 of Pentacles facing this direction over to the left of me, that would indicate that there is I'm hearing pertinent loss. I don't know why pertinent is in front of the word loss. Pertinent sounds like it's destined, like it's supposed to happen this way, like it's imminent. I would think that's what pertinent would mean. Conservatorship, y'all. So if they have this investment, and we could actually be talking about money in a bank account, right? We could literally be talking about this 3Dism of having, whatever they've gained here financially, having that set up somewhere. But they're at risk of losing it all is what I'm seeing here with this 10 of Pentacles. I can't say for a fact that it's gone already, but they are at risk of it. And that pertinent just lets me know that the wheel is moving forward in that direction. Forward, that there is going to be some sort of loss here with their finances. So possibly, them coming your way. You know what? And listen, let me tell you guys, during my time away from, we'll call this half part one, I was already in an energy of there's some sort of tie that's forming here to where I said it's going to be hard to say no, because possibly now that I understand the financial part kicking in with the whole conservatorship, because that's the point of conservatorship, they can no longer handle their finances, right? So I'm thinking yesterday, in my own time, like, what if this has to do with them coming in and proposing some sort of offer, like we'll say marriage, right? But it's contractual because it's going to be based on you taking over control, reign of this Knight of Cups reverse finances. But that's the only way it could be done. And you can start to dissect things in regards to, well, I really could use the money, but I don't need the headache. I think that's the lowest form. Like if we worked in vibrations, I would think that would be the lowest vibration of this energy. Like, yeah, I'll take you in, but I'm gonna need, half of that. That's the lowest vibration. The highest vibration, of course, if we're going to look at correlations here, would be to take this person in and not require anything from them. But of course, you would want to see them on their way, right? But I feel like that's their last ditch offer here, especially if we know this person is battling mentally. So if they're looking at you as the only one that they can trust, not even their own mother or father or brother, sister, cousins, not even their ex. They can't trust anybody. They found this out. They've been exiled, right? When I said the Eight of Swords, they've been released, the reverse. So you are the one. Remember I said you're the realest person they ever met. You probably even told them that. You probably said something like, I'm the best thing you ever had. Like, I'm feeling confident in that because, hello, it's here on the table that everything else outside of you failed. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and stay focused. I'm going to jump back over here to this Pentacle energy, see what's going on. So they're at risk of losing, obviously, an investment. And I would say Pentacles, money, whatever this is, whatever they've stored up, racked up. Oh, I'm already feeling the energy of, this money is attached to something that you just don't have any idea of how they got it. And that's the risk here. The risk is taking on karma from this person and how they had these gains here, these investments here. It could be scam money. It could be stolen money, which is scam money, right? But I'm talking about personally, going into someone's bank account, taking money from them and fleeing the scene. Like they built up trust with someone and then went behind their back and did that and disappeared. Like you don't understand the karma that might be attached to this. And then again, you know who this person is, what they're about. So this is one of those things to where you had to shut the door. Like, I don't like, what you're about, what you're up to. You peep game. They might not have told you, but you were already feeling it because you're intuitively guided here. You are of divinity. High Priestess energy is here. So you already know what's up with this person, but it's possibly funny money, right? That's already a lot, y'all. Let's go. Oh my goodness. All right. So here we go. Storybook style. This was the other half of the cards that kind of plopped out. I am going to take these two and place them down, but let's see. Actually, I'm going to keep them in my hand. Let's run through these. And the Four of Cups was here as well. So I'm going to just go ahead and snatch that up. And we'll come over here to these two, but I need to run through these real quick. Excuse me. All right. So behind this 10 of Pentacles energy of being at risk of losing it all, but this really is based on if you're going to help them or not, is what I'm feeling, has to do with this Three of Swords reverse. So again, they can't trust anyone. Everyone that they thought was in their life, because remember I picked up some fraudulent energy, like fake energy here. They realized that, not only was their mask kind of ripped off by you, they were around a circle of people who also wore masks. But I guess at that time, they all just were in a similar sort of situation, whether it was a work environment or just they had these things in common. Again, it's a group, a family, maybe not blood related, but they all shared some sort of camaraderie here. And I feel like it was get money, whatever that is, whatever they were doing. This is how this person has racked up this investment here that they're at risk of losing. Oh, you know what I just got? Okay, so if this person is facing some sort of jail time or a sentence or something, because I did say they were released, right? But maybe it's released on, your court date will be, right? Because maybe they got booked for something or hemmed up or, I don't know. But what I just got just now is in order for them to save their investment, they're coming to you because they trust you, but they only want you to hold this money for them by way of, like I said, proposing something to you. Could be marriage, but it's something that's going to be like, it's going to save them legally, whatever that is. That's what I just got, y'all. Anyway, back to, whatever they've been ousted from. This Three of Swords is the heartbreak, of course, tied to that. So this person possibly has been in and out of depression. I picked up manic depression here today in the beginning of the reading based on the previous reading, that this person just does not know where to turn. Every direction that they go, they don't even want to try to make new friends right now because they risk being stabbed again in the heart. Because this person has really, really gone through it. I don't know. I can't express the extent of it, but just know it's harsh. It's very harsh what they went through. All right, behind the Three of Swords, we have the Six of Wands. So y'all listen. This is that victory. This is that I might be able to potentially save my investments if I could just get to that collective person, that you collective. They could just get to you to try to pitch this story, this offer to you in hopes that you, because remember, y'all, that Five of Cups yesterday, I said they can't say no. They can't say no because they feel like if it's tied to this investment and you helping them and then possibly you gaining some sort of control here over the finances, and they trust you with this. Now, previously, they may not have trusted you with their money, with their bank account info, just holding on to their debit card. They probably did not do that. But now they're really willing to risk it all because they're going to lose it all. Golly, y'all, this is getting so complicated. Like, I'm already like, so what's it gonna be? What's your answer, collective? What you gonna do? Like, this is like, what is this? This is like, I don't know, is this 48 Hours? The TV show? I don't know, y'all. It's like, y'all, that energy, I'm being brought back to the energy that I said is gonna make you uncomfortable, right? And it's one of those things where you'd rather not. They're going to apply pressure. They're going to apply pressure in a way that you are their last resort. But I feel like, y'all, it's still one of those, it's selfish. It's very selfish. It don't have nothing to do with you. It doesn't. Now, yes, they can use the healing, but at the same time, you can't use me for the benefit of, right? The healing. And not only that you collective have been honorable and trustworthy and stable in their life, even when they didn't show you that in return, you were that to them. So it's like, no. You can't come in now and recognize that, yes, I was the one telling the truth the whole time. I was honest about everything. I never tried to mislead you. I never took anything from you. I never wanted anything from you. Now they know this. But it's like, now they want to come to you with this, oh man, this like, please help save my life and my investments that I stole from other people. Excuse me. How can you take that on, collective? How can you morally take on that responsibility when all you want to do is just love somebody? You want to help them heal. You want to see them do well in life, right? This is crooked. There's no way to justify the baggage. I told you there was drama coming with this Knight of Cups reverse. I told you there was drama, but you already know this. Let me keep going, y'all. Golly, I tell you what. Let me make sure I'm recording. Hold on. Okay, 19 minutes in, that's fine. Okay. Behind the Six of Wands, y'all. Golly. We have the Death card. So I did, transition was a part of this movement in the channeling from the previous reading on yesterday. I heard transition first, and then I heard whatever was the other word, conservatorship. Now, y'all, this is so crazy because I'm back in this energy that I kind of left off with yesterday, because that's why I had to stop, because it was just, I had too many questions. I had a lot of questions, right? So this transitional period, by way of this death card energy, something needs to die. Like, it needs to be done and over with, right? This person is still focused about their money, but that's been the problem. I know it's the Knight of Cups, but that's only how they're approaching you right now, with this one cup. Like, I really need your help. Can you help me? That's what that is. But this person, their motives have always been shisty. And you see, it's boiling, not kind of, it's boiling right back to these pentacles. And that's what they've always been chasing here. But how can you heal that? How do you heal that? It's like they went and robbed a bank, but they want to bring you the loot to hold and watch for them. And it's like, you can take a little cut, but I need you to do me this solid real quick, because they trust you. They wouldn't have asked anyone else but you. And you know it's an honor and a privilege for them to do that, but not really, you know? And I can't. Okay, death card energy, something has to die here. But there was another point that was brought to me before I went off on my little tangent just now. You guys. So it's like, do you accept or do you refuse? And if you refuse, is that a lesson? If you accept, is that a lesson? For you, collective, because it don't have to be all about this Knight of Cups reverse, because the fact that they're coming back to you, and it's almost like you're feeling like, do I need to do this? You know, as a healer, am I obligated to do that? This is that death card energy, y'all. This is that pivotal point to where it's like, okay, if this is a lesson or a test, I want to be able to pass. But based on previous experiences with this person, it's not gone well at all. And God, Creator, you finally released me from the bondage of this person and their energetic vampirisms on my life. But why are they allowed to even think that there's a possibility for them to come back and try me again? Why? I'm sure we all ask this question at one point in our life. So are we obligated because possibly this is your divine or your twin? Are we obligated even though they didn't act right in this lifetime? They've been damned to hell and they know it, and their only saving grace is you. And are you able to deny them or nah? Death card energy, y'all. Oh my God. I just said divine twin. Look at what we have, the Two of Cups. Even though it didn't work out, y'all, if I see the daggum Star card or the Lover's card, no, if I see the Star card, no, I said Star. Okay, if I see the Lover's card come out, then I'm going to be done. I'm going to be through with this entire reading, because for me, that would mean divinely guided. That's that divine counterpart energy by way of a partner. This person was specifically sent to you, not only in this lifetime, but others. So if you're following this energy still at this point, watching this video, right, you know you have experienced what it feels like to have met somebody that may possibly be your divine counterpart by way of divine masculine, feminine, or a twin. Now, that twin or divine may not be acting right, but are you still supposed to make it work somehow? Are you still supposed to leave your front door wide open for them to walk in? I think not, but what does Spirit say? What do you feel Spirit is saying? Like, I don't want to fail this test, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to come back here ever again. I want this to be done. I want this to be it. So I'm almost like, man, come here. Let me go ahead and heal you real quick, and then you gotta go. You know, that would be my response. If I had to understand that that's how this is working here for me to pass the test, then that's what would be done, and that would be it. Now, how the healing commences, I don't know. And for me, I don't even know what to tell you that is. I have an idea, but it's like, nah, that can't happen. Nope. I'm talking about some knock your socks off healing. Like that cannot happen. You know, because then they'll never leave. Anyway, y'all, let me keep going. Two of Cups. All right. So, all right, Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is definitely, you know, it's a guaranteed new beginning, but it's like, is it going to be a fresh new beginning? In regards to the sword, this has to do with thought, clarity, well, mental clarity even, you know, a new approach, creativity, a new idea, a new way of thinking about doing things, right? That's this Ace of Swords. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Coming from this Death card energy to where there needs to be a lesson, a transition here. And then the Two of Cups showing up after that. Like, I don't want to fail the test. And then this Ace of Swords on its side. It's like, it's a new start here. It's a new start. But is it a new start in I don't have to F with this person? Or I'm probably going to have to do them this one solid, you know? I mean, if we're talking about conservatorship and this person is literally losing their mind here with the Seven of Cups, Ten of Swords energy, and they need someone that they trust to watch over their estate, whatever this is. I don't know what they own. They could own a house. They could own a car. They could have a bank account full of money, but they absolutely need someone as a priority, and they have no one but you to come in that they trust to be able to watch over their affairs here. So what you gonna do? Let's see what's behind this Ace of Swords. Look, Seven of Swords. Y'all, this person isn't done. They're not done with the backstabbing. They're not done with the betrayal. They're not finished. So this is why it's a no. This is when it turns into an absolute no. See, I'm glad I said no, right? This is where that comes in. Seven of Swords energy. They still can't be trusted. I'm hearing a legacy of this. There's a legacy of this backstabbing energy. So not only did it happen to you, it happened to others. And not only in this lifetime, but in previous lifetimes. It's like it's all this energy knows by way of this Knight of Cups reverse. Now, the candle just popped. Okay. What is that? What was that, Spirit? I heard interpretation. Interpretation. All right, that might be for somebody specifically watching. I want to stay focused here. I want to stay focused. So yeah, many lifetimes of this betrayal. Chariot energy, I feel like this person is always going to be prepared to be able to have their best interests at heart, and that's all that matters. They don't care about anybody else. Look, this person's riding solo. They're riding solo with guidance. This is almost like the High Priestess energy by way of this duality, this balance with, you know, the black and white pillars here beside the High Priestess, because there has to be balance. There has to be light and dark. This person is capable of both. Like they've experienced both. They're friendly with both sides here, but they always have a direct not approach, but like a directive to where to be able to head to. They're led here. And I also, not to mention, look at the Chariot as divinely guided. They know how to get to the bag. If they got to go this way, that way, but they somehow make it directly to where it is that their selfish ass needs to go. But right now it looks like they're headed your way, because that's where they're being directed to go. If they're being directed to go, that's like, okay, who sent you? That's what you asked them, collective. Who sent you? And if they say, God sent me, like, who? Call them by name. Who? And if they say, well, you know, my dad, which might be deceased, or somebody who's deceased led them here, then you got to think about who was the dad or the whoever led them here while they were here on earth. What type of person were they? Y'all got to do some investigative research here, or either maybe not even entertain it, but I feel like you're going to have to entertain it. I feel like it's just going to be right in front of your face to where you cannot avoid it. That's really honestly how I feel. Because why are they still able to approach? Why? You've been set free, Fool card reverse, Sun card energy. But why are they still allowed to come around? What's leading them? What's directing them? Who? What? And if it's the same God that you serve that's directing them, well, you have no choice but to do it. You have no choice. That would be your lesson. And if you turn that down, it's like, I don't want to know what's next. I told y'all, this is my last tour here. This is my final tour on Earth. You probably feel the same way. So if I have to do what I have to do to pass, I'm gonna do it. I'm not telling you to do it, and I'm not telling myself to do it, but we just kind of have to wait and see. We have to be still, right? There are times when you're riding in the car, you just ride with God. Turn the radio off. Turn your ringer off on your phone. Don't talk on the phone. Turn your Bluetooth off, whatever. It's just you and Spirit. And allow Spirit to minister to you in your quiet time. You got to find quiet time, though. That's meditation. Meditation doesn't always have to be you in a yoga pose on the floor saying, that's not always meditation. All right. Of course the King of Pentacles would be here, y'all. This is all about them protecting their investments. I said this, so that should have been obvious, but I'm glad for the clarification here. But we still don't know how you got your money, King of Pentacles. We don't want to be attached to that karma. All right, who else is here? Who's behind the King of Pentacles? Oh, the Page of Cups. So can you please do me this one favor with the King of Pentacles? I promise everything's straight, it's legit, it's honest, I promise. But the Seven of Swords would tell me otherwise, right? And then this Page of Cups also tells me that you're not telling me everything, King of Pentacles. You're not telling me everything, okay? Final card. The Four of Cups. So this person, they can't have privy to what's outside of these three cups that they're looking at. You know, the Four of Cups is known for looking outside of the box, or just keeping open mind. You know, Spirit wants to hand you something from the side, but you're so focused on what you don't have. And it's like they can't really focus on anything else but you right now. Is what I'm feeling with the Four of Cups. But I was already there on the previous reading on yesterday. They're focused solely on you. All right, let me see what else is here, y'all. All right, let me put this down. My neighbor just came out. She kind of tried to throw me off just now. I was hoping she didn't knock on the door, but she didn't. So let's see. Let's get over here. I'm going to turn this card over, see what's on top. All right, look, we have the Knight of Wands. So they also want to bring you something else to help convince you. Help get you out of this hermit mode, Virgo, because you've been in this energy. You may be a Virgo, you may not, but that's my Hermit card. But whoever you are, collective, you've been in this place for too long. So they want to try to come and show you a good time as well. Like, while they're here, let's go out. Let's catch a movie. Let me give you this D. You know, whatever that is. Doesn't have to be gender oriented, but the Knight of Wands is all about a good time, if you know what I mean, right? And they know that you've been working on yourself, but they do understand also, if they're coming from this Knight of Cups, they know that you need some sort of healing too. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I said that, but I said it. They know that you need some healing too, right? Am I lying? Okay, never mind. That's none of my business. All right, what's behind this Hermit card reverse? But you know, in all seriousness, and that was serious, but this Hermit needs you need to come out of this place. You've been in there too long when it's in the reverse. Let's see what's behind that. Y'all, I said if this card comes out, I was done. I was about to throw these cards away. This is divinely guided, y'all. You cannot go against it. It's in the reverse, though, so that means you don't have to stick around. But then again, you do have some sort of obligation here. Like, you cannot you can't That was a double negative. You can no longer say that this person is not your divine masculine or your divine feminine or your twin. You can't claim that anymore because they are. They're not acting appropriately, but you can't deny them. So you coming, oh my God, y'all, listen, wait a minute, hold up. Pause, hold up. Spirit, please clarify this energy with the Knight of Wands and the Hermit reverse, the Lovers reverse, the Ace of Cups reverse. I heard you can't say no. I'm not being irresponsible with what I'm saying, because I'm being totally responsible, because I understand the seriousness of this. There wouldn't be a part 2 if this wasn't serious. So I understand. I'm not neglecting anyone's, if you already made your decision on no, I'm just here to kind of let you know that this is what it is that you don't want it to be. If I could just be plain. It is. It's exactly that. Whether or not you need to do it, that's on your turf, your terms, however you want to do that. This is your journey. Nobody else can make that decision for you, right? You're definitely not going to be forced. We can't have that. So don't worry about being forced against your will. This is totally your will. Everybody has free will. That's why this person is allowed to continue to come back off of free will, because they have that connection with you by way of this Lovers reverse energy. There's that divine connection. There's always going to be a way that points back to you in this lifetime and possibly previous lifetimes. So they're always going to be able to come connect somehow. Somehow it's going to be allowed. Now, they can't harm you. They can't hurt you. You're highly protected. Your divinity at this point, like, you're untouchable. They can't harm you. But they can always try to gain some sort of access here. Now, these 3 cards are very important here because I have 2 major arcanas and then an ace. They're all in the reverse, though. So I'm understanding that there's some disapproval here. There's going to be disapproval with this energy. I'm feeling like the only thing that this person can really bank on at this point is their magic stick, their magic wand here. Whatever this is, them actually coming and showing up. You know, I talk about the Knight of Wands. They come looking good, smelling good, but that's all an act. It's a facade, because in the reverse, they're about to trash you. They're going to trash you. And I'm hearing now, just for the sake of it, let's turn these around. I'm going to just turn these around to get an idea of imagery here by way of placement. If this were a different scenario. So this, what I'm feeling now that I did this, and I was directed to do this, but I'm a visual as well, so I have to see it a lot of times too, obviously, cards. This Knight of Wands, when I told you they come in, do their little deed, and leave out, right? Well, that's what we know them to be. In the reverse, so if they're operating in that reverse energy, it's only because you are in this energy, is what I'm being told. Them being in this reverse energy, they're on the go. They can't really, they're sleeping with Tom, Dick, Harry, Sue, Jane, Karen. They're sleeping with every and anybody when they're in the reverse. They don't really care. They're very irresponsible when it comes to actions, and likely tied to their root chakra, where your organs, your sexual organs reside, right? Very irresponsible. When they're in this energy, that means that you are in hermit mode. You've withdrawn. You've gone inside your inner self and wondering, how did I get in this position? You're working on yourself. You're healing. You're relying on messages from spirit to help you. The Lover's card here, this is you recognizing that there's some sort of greater power at work here and that you're good to go, but this person will still always kind of be around. This is you understanding the divinity part of the relationship that you experience with this Knight of Wands, with this Lover's energy. But these two to me have to do with healing. You going inside, Hermit energy, and then loving yourself. This Lover's card energy, once you love yourself, then you realize and recognize love around you and lack thereof. But in this scenario, you realize both in the upright, because this person, the other part of this Lover's card energy, this divinity energy, is in the reverse. But that doesn't mean that they're not divine, right? That's your divine partner. You're divine. You made it. You passed the test. They, however, are still kind of floating out in space somewhere. This Ace of Cups also lets me know when they're in this reverse energy, this irresponsible energy, the Ace of Cups means you had that new start. You get that new start each time this person walks away with emotions. You're healed. This Ace of Cups in the upright is healed. You get to start over with brand new, fresh emotions, not tying you to this energy. All right, let's go back to the original placement of the card. So now we have that perspective, right? So now that they're in the upright, this is more or less of them trying to convince you that they're not that Knight of Wands reverse that you know them to be. They're trying to convince you, hey, Hermit, let's go out. You know you need to get out of that shell. I got something for you. Let's ride. You know, it's that action part. That's probably what got you excited about them, is that, you know, they were a risk taker. They like to do things, you know, and possibly sometimes unexpected, but that's the Knight energy. They come in, they come out, but that unexpected, that anticipation of is what kind of hooked you. So they're like, yeah, Hermit, okay, you know you can't do without me. And them telling themselves, convincing themselves, yeah, that's mine. We're going to be together, whether they know it or not. A piece of paper don't define me. You know, it's like that could have been a piece of, that could have been a domestic violence stay away order. A piece of paper don't define me. You know, that's their attitude. Like, they feel above the law a lot of times too. Like, it does. This person just has a problem with authority. They want to be authoritative or an authoritan in your life, but they're only the knight. You need a king. You need a queen. You don't need a knight. They're not trustworthy. they're flip-floppy-ish, right? So here's the last part of it. So this Knight of Wands is like, come on, Hermit. You know us. You know we've been here before. Ace of Cups reverse. You know this, but that's a new cycle, but it's the same BS. That's the Knight of Cups reverse. They're coming back with the same BS, y'all. Okay, I hope that this helped provided clarity, but I know you got clarity, but you know, this is what it is. This is the conclusion of this entire reading, part 2, and I hope this helps.